Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Star Fox 64. Last time we made our way through the first planet here on the hard pathway Sector Y. And this episode we're continuing on here on the hard path with Aquas.
Star Fox, I want you to take out the enemy bioweapon.
Yes, sir. Deploy the Blue Marine.
Good luck.
I'm gonna check out the bioweapon.
So this here is Aquas, the one and only stage in Star Fox 64 to use the Blue Marine. The Blue Marine here is a submarine that has an infinite supply of missiles, so in this level, go ahead and spam that B button as much as you like because you have an infinite supply of missiles and it's very important for you to do this. Not just because of how effective missiles are to kill things, but it's also a good idea to shoot at missiles because this stage is very, very dark. So you want to shoot at as many missiles as possible to actually light the way. And it's really good these missiles do that because this stage is really difficult to play through if you want to be honest. For starters, this stage has a lot of slowdown. No matter what version of the game you're playing, this stage is very slow. So being able to just shoot things and be able to see what you're doing, it helps out because you're going to be here for a while. And you want to take advantage of the slowdown as much as possible, use the brakes, get an idea of your surroundings, and just kill every single thing you have in sight. And the thing is with this stage in general is that because of how dark it is, I actually recommend people to bring up the brightness on their television as much as possible when they're in the stage. Because of how dark this place is, it actually helps turning the brightness up just to see what you're doing.
How's the Blue Marine, Fox?
It's a good thing you prepared, Flip. This thing will never hold together.
That line that Falco just said is actually a very interesting line. That was added into this game to basically say that the Blue Marine was only featured in this one stage. So for Falco saying this thing will never hold together, it's kind of a joke to this thing. It's basically making fun of the Blue Marine, saying, yeah, this thing won't last long at all in our arsenal. And it's true because Star Fox 64 is the only game in the series that's ever used the Blue Marine. This is his one and only appearance in the Star Fox franchise at the time of posting this video. So, Blue Marine has gotten a lot of neglect over the years, so yeah. Falco's right, this thing never really did hold up. It was a one-time pony trick here. You only get to see it here in Aquas, and then afterwards, it never appeared once again. Rumors say that the Blue Marine is still somewhere in Aquas to this day. We don't know when it will ever come out of the ocean, but it's still stuck on that water planet.
Look out behind you!
So, the big thing about this stage here, if you want to rank up the most points, is shoot as many missiles as possible as I mentioned earlier because you'll be able to see what you're doing, but the missiles lock on things very, very easily. So it's very easy just to spam missiles and kill pretty much everything in sight, even if you're not trying to aim. And you want to go ahead and do that in combination of just slamming the brakes whenever possible because it'll just make it easier for you to just get as many points in one area as you can. Because the brake and the boost of the stage, they can last for quite a while because your boost meter is actually pretty good in this stage. The Blue Marine doesn't really take up much of your meter to really do much, which is really helpful because, again, you want to brake as much as possible in the stage in order to maximize your points. So that's what I recommend doing, is just basically spam those missiles so you can see what you're doing, turn up your TV's brightness to make things easier, and just hold down that brake. Doing so, you'll basically shoot everything in sight, and the metal of the stage is going to be very easy. You want to go ahead and shoot down all these boulders whenever you see them coming down because they give you a lot of points as well. And sometimes you may get some boulders that separate, which really help for the points, so shoot every single one that you see. Hit those brakes and keep on shooting. But it's really difficult to see what's coming up ahead here, so that's also why I recommend hitting the brakes, because sometimes stuff in the stage can just blindside you. So you're better off taking things slow here in Aquas. It's just the way to play this stage, if you want to be honest. But we're nearing the end of the stage, so it's time for us to fight that bioweapon.
I found the bioweapon.
So this here is the enemy bioweapon. It's just a giant clam. So that's gonna be a little hard to fight. The biggest thing about this fight is that you need to wait for the clam to open up. And as Peppy will say, you need to go ahead and shoot the 2 columns inside in order to actually do damage to the boss in general. But what I recommend doing first is before you shoot those columns, go for the points on the top, because each time you kill one of those little enemy dispensers on the top of this clam, then you'll get a hit +3. So it really helps for your points in the stage. The points in this stage can be a little hard to get to if you don't kill every single thing on the way here. So that's just the big thing about this fight. You get a lot of extra points, so take advantage of that as much as possible. When the clam opens up, you just want to go ahead and spam your missiles onto these little tentacle things that are around the clam. Doing so, you'll reveal the weak spot, being able to shoot with a missile. And once you destroy both of those weak spots on the clam, then the lid will fly off, allowing you to hit the weak spot of the actual boss itself, which is the eye. You have to wait for the eye to open up, so just basically shoot it a bunch in order to make him weak, and then the eye will be exposed. Shoot a missile at the eye, and you'll start doing damage. Shoot a couple missiles at this eye, and the enemy bioweapon will be defeated. This fight can take a while, just keep on shooting all the little white balls that it's sending your way. If you do that, then things should be perfectly fine, especially because these white balls can give you health. So collect the health when you need it, keep on shooting that eye, and then the boss will be defeated in no time.
Yippee! You did it!
We're preparing to dock. Thanks, Flip. Blue Marine came through. Flip is not such a screw-up after all.
Thanks a lot, Peppy.
I'll take the sky any day.
Sheesh, Falco. You too.
One nice thing to note about Aquas is the whole time in this stage, you're alone. The other 2 stages in this game we play without the R-Wing, using the Landmaster, we had our teammates still play along with us in the stage. They were still flying around, getting chased by enemies, and getting hurt. Aquas is the one stage in the game where you're by yourself. So this is the best stage in the game to go ahead and actually get your teammates healed up, and for their ships to be repaired if they did go down in battle in the previous stage. So Aquas is just a one-man show, but that's fine with us because we don't really have room in this submarine for anyone else. But now with that said, we're ready to move on to our next planet here, but we're going to go ahead and save that for the next episode. Next time on Let's Play Star Fox 64, we'll continue on here in the hard path with Zonus. I'll see you guys next time.